Welcome to today's recipe. We will be making cheddar spinach egg bites.
We're going to be baking egg bites today. And whenever a recipe requires baking, it's always good to preheat the oven ahead of time. This way, once we've prepared our food, the oven's already warm and ready to bake our food. So let's head over to the oven. Every oven's a little bit different, but I want you to look for a button that says bake. Once you've got that button, you can use numbers or an up and down button to find your temperature. So on this oven, we're going to use the numbers and go 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 400 with an F beside it. And then we're going to let it start heating. So for this one, we have to click enter. Sometimes you have to click start. So take a look at your oven, see what buttons you have, and hopefully you can get it to 400 degrees. If you're having a hard time finding the buttons on your oven, because it can be tricky sometimes to find where they are on different ovens, feel free to go ask somebody for help.
Hi, I'm Tony, and today I'm going to be helping Kelly make some egg bites. So first we have some eggs, which are a great source of protein. And then we have some delicious cheddar cheese, which is a source of calcium, which helps make your bones strong.
For our greens, we're using baby spinach, which is full of vitamins, and we've also got some seasonings. So we're going to be using garlic powder, thyme, salt, and pepper to add some flavor.
To start, you'll need to crack 5 large eggs into your mixing bowl.
All right, Tony's going to give us a lovely demonstration of how to crack an egg. So you want to hit the egg on a hard surface. You can either use the corner of a counter, you could use the edge of the bowl, and you just give it a nice little tap. It's going to crack the egg, and then you can pull apart both sides to release the insides of the egg. So we're going to crack 5 eggs today, and you'll see an egg white and an egg yolk fall into your bowl. So we'll just get 5 of them going. Look at this. She's amazing.
It can be tricky sometimes, and if you get any eggshells in the bowl, that's okay. You can just pick them out with your fingers.
If you need to give it a second tap just to get it to crack properly, that's okay too. And when you're done, you can take your eggshells and just toss them in the compost.
Next, you can add a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and whisk the mixture until it's all the same color.
All right, next up we're going to add some salt and pepper to the eggs. So you can add about a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper, or more if you prefer it a little bit more salty or spicy, if you think pepper's spicy, whatever extra flavoring you want to add. Perfect. So we're ready to whisk our eggs. So I'll hand you over the whisk, and you just want to give them a nice quick whisk. You want the egg white and the egg yolk to mix so that it's all one color. It'll take you about 30 seconds to a minute. Give it a nice quick stir.
Probably do a bit more.
It's looking nice and yellow over here. We'll show you guys.
Think that's good?
Yeah. Beautiful. So your mixture should be looking all one color. This means that the egg whites and the egg yolks have mixed evenly. And as you can see, it's just all one orangey color.
To add some flavor, you're going to add a half teaspoon of thyme and a half teaspoon of garlic powder.
Okay, so next we're going to add some more spices. So we'll start with a half a teaspoon of thyme. Just plop it in there.
And then a half teaspoon of garlic. This is a great way to add some extra flavor to any dish. Just adding some herbs or spices. It'll really round out that flavor. So just like before, we're going to give the eggs another whisk. This time we're just trying to mix in the thyme and the garlic powder.
Just a quick quick whisk is all it takes. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, for sure. Just a whisk.
A quick whisk.
Now grab your measuring cups and add 1/3 cup of chopped spinach and 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese.
So next we are going to add the spinach. So what we'll do is pack 1/3 cup of spinach into this measuring cup. And so what you want to do is look at the third mark is right along the bottom. Look for 1/3. And so once you see that, you can use it and just place the spinach in. And just a small amount is needed. And then you can take the spinach out, rip it up, and plop it in the bowl. Perfect.
And then we're gonna get a 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese. So the 1/4 mark is just below the third, and it's 1/4. We're gonna fill that up with some cheese. See if we can hit the mark. Pretty close. And we'll just add that into the bowl.
Give it a nice little stir again. Perfect.
So now that we've added the cheese and the spinach, you're gonna have a nice, thick, a little bit lumpy mixture like this.
Using your 1/3 measuring cup, scoop the mixture into your muffin tin. You should fill each slot about 2/3 of the way full.
Okay, so I'm just going to take these little cups and place them into each slot of the muffin tin. And these will be used to keep the eggs shaped when we cook them in the oven. And so there's 6 slots in this muffin tin. Your muffin tin may have more slots, but we're just making 6 eggs, so you'll only need 6 of these little cups.
Perfect. So I've got a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to use it to scoop the egg mixture into the little egg cups. When you just pour it, it can sometimes spill. So I find this is a lot easier. But it will be slightly messy. Don't worry about it. We can always wipe down counters afterwards. There we go. And you're gonna fill each of them about 2/3 full. Don't worry if you go a little bit over that, but these are gonna rise once they're in the oven. So it's good to leave a little bit of space at the top. We'll get a little bit of spinach and a little bit of cheese in each one. I have a bit left over, so I'll add just tiny scoops to each.
Yum.
Okay. There we go. We're ready to put them in the oven. These are our uncooked egg bites. So you're gonna notice they're jiggly, the eggs aren't cooked yet, and there's cheese and spinach bits in each of them. Once we put it in the oven, the eggs will harden and they'll cook through, and the cheese will also melt inside, which is really, really delicious. So don't worry, they're gonna be runny right now, but they'll get cooked through.
Your egg bites are ready to bake. You can put them in the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
So we just heard the oven beep, so that means that it's now preheated. So the first step is going to be putting on our oven mitts. These are really important because they keep our hands from getting burned when we reach them in the hot oven. So I've got these nice big blue ones. I'm going to open the oven, grab my muffin tin, and carefully place it in there. And then close the oven back up and let them cook. Okay, now that they're in the oven, we will set a timer. So you hit the timer button and we'll type 1500 for 15 minutes and hit enter. and then you usually will see the timer start counting down, and that's how you know that it has started.
Your oven might have slightly different buttons, so if you're not sure, ask someone for help.
Now we wait patiently for 15 minutes for our egg bites to cook.
Okay, so now that 15 minutes has passed, the oven usually will make a beeping noise. So follow me over to the oven. Alright, so we're going to open the oven up. Be careful not to have your face near the oven when you open it because the hot air can hurt your face. So we'll open it up, grab the muffin tin, and you can see the eggs are now nice and fluffy. Perfect. So now that we've taken the egg bites out of the oven, you're going to want to turn it off. So you just hit cancel, and that will turn the oven off, and you're good to go.
After about 10 minutes, your muffin tin will be cooled off enough that you can touch it. And so we're going to take one of these out and cut into it and show you what it looks like. So we'll take one of these and we'll just plop out our egg bite, and we're going to cut into it. And you'll notice the egg is fully cooked through.
Yum.
The cheese is melted and it's ready to eat. Bon appetit! Thanks for coming along for this recipe. These egg bites are a great snack on the go. They're also a great breakfast, and they have a source of protein in them. Bye!